Dan Tracy of DanTracyDesigns. My wife Lorraine and I own the business. It's a fiber business. I make wooden tools for spinners and weavers. What I'm going to do is show you how I support Spindle. There's many ways to use a bowl or a saucer to to spin. You could use a bowl. It has to be on a table or on your legs. What I did was, at the time I was making drop spindles, but I didn't support Spindle. I made drop spindles and other tools, but I watched people do it. The support spindling, sometimes they have a bowl and they have a shaft and you hold it between your legs, which seemed very uncomfortable to me. I had a dream, and my dream was a carrying yoke for a canoe. I've done a lot of canoeing, and you have a carrying yoke if you're going to portage. This was my idea. We ended up going through a whole process. We have this patented, and it fits right on your lap. It's very comfortable. You can move around. After I don't remember if it was the first or second show, this woman said I draw long, and this wasn't long enough for her, so I went back and ended up getting a single. 3 weeks ago, we ended up getting this patented as well. So we have both of those. When I spin, it's a flicking motion. I'm left-handed. I don't know why I spin this way, but I do. I spin like this. So I'm spinning, and you keep it cupped, and it just spins. So the way I do it, I'm sure there's many different ways. I'll take some fiber. I'll take the loose fiber, I'll put it on the top, and I'll spin. I'm just turning with my right fingers. I'm just spinning. And with drop spindles, I tell people, sort of look for a V. And here's my V right here on the right. And if you pull the fibers apart, all of a sudden you can feel them release. When they release, you know you can spin. So I'll take this down and I'll spin. I'm pinching here on my left so it doesn't run up in the fiber. When you first start, you're gonna have lumps and bumps, and they're gonna run right up into the fiber that you're holding on to. So I'll pull it. There's my V vertically and horizontally, and I spin. I'm pinching with my left and letting my right run. And then I'll pinch right with my right hand and bring it out. It's spun. Then I'll take and I'll come back. I'm not vertical usually. I'm off just a little bit so that gravity will hold it in my fingers. There. So I'm pinching right now with my right hand and just drawing out, and you can see it's twisting. Once I've done that, what I'll do is sometimes you're able to just push it down. Other times what you have to do is just loosen it up a little bit and push down. Depends. I may even take it off, but I'll push it all the way down to the bottom. Then you just wrap it. I try to leave probably 12 inches or so. It's a little bit short, but that's okay. Then I've come up here. I come back up to the tip. I'm off center. It's leaning just a little bit. I'll pinch with my right and I'll draw out with my left. You can see the V when I look like this. Of course, I'm running horizontal. Now I'm gonna flick with my right hand. I like a thin top because I get more revolutions. Sometimes I'll go down here, but not very often. I don't have to flick fast, but I can this way. So I'll flick, pinch with my right, draw, and it's getting a little thin, and that's okay. And I'm pinching here so it can't run up. Then what I'll do is I'll put a second coat, which means I'm not going all the way to the bottom, I'm just going to twist here. So it doesn't take as much time, so I can spin more faster. And I'll go back up, spin, pinch with my right, let the fiber draw out with my left. Do the same thing, pinch with my right. Now I'm going to flick again, flick, and I'm pinching with my right fingers, and I'm drawing out. Then, when I'm up there 20 inches or so, now I'm going to go back and put a secondary cope in.
What's a cope?
Okay.
What's a cope?
A cope is this right here, and down at the bottom once you get your fiber. So I'm going up to the top now. I'm leaning a little bit, so it's not vertical. I'm gonna flick, and then I flick. I'm actually, for a little bit, I'm gonna pinch with my right fingers and draw out, and then let go and draw out. With my left hand, pull it out. You see that V, and you can feel the fibers release. You can look right now, if you look at this, you can see them as I'm pulling out, you can see it releasing. So here we go. There it is. Pinch with my right, draw out, pinch with my left, and let the fiber twist. It's come all the way up to my fingers. And I'll put it in the coat. When I usually will get much more than this, but then what I'll do is I'll figure eight it. So I put it between my fingers. I'll do this. I'm taking off the top. Coming down. So I have it here. Most of the time I have much more than this. And then I'm holding my thumb and my pinky apart. Turning it on. Then when I like I said, probably 12 inches or so, I'll let it run back up and back up to the top. Same thing. So I'll take, and I'm gonna flick with my right hand, do this motion and keep it cupped in. When I do that, once it reaches up the top, I'll pinch right here and I'll draw out, pull it out. So then I'll release with the right hand and hold with the left so it doesn't go into the fiber in my hand. So here we go. Spin it, pinch, draw it out. I'll let go of my right hand, and depends on how much I spun, but it'll come right out. I'll do it again. So I'm out their ways. Now what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll create that secondary coat. I'm just twisting on. And you continue doing it. Now, this is our double leg spinners alike. I also have the single legs. I have some of them that have straps on them. I normally don't use the strap, but it's the same thing. I had a woman the first or second time that I actually took this to a show, and she did like it, but she drew too far, she said. It wouldn't meet her requirements. So I came back and I made this, which I said we had a patent on, and we do. And now you can reach farther out, and the way that I've made this, it'll spin. It'll spin at an angle. So I'm pinching with my right, now I'm pinching with my left, hitting that coat, and with this, DanTracyDesigns@gmail.com. And here we have what I've just spun. Thank you for watching.